It's all good, baby. It was all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine.
It was all a dream. That's right. It was all a dream. So the idea to write this book, Filipino Astrology, came about in a dream that I had. And I wasn't sure where to begin, but I wanted to follow the ancestors and see what it was that was in the clues of our mythology, that was in the clues of our folklore. And everything seemed to point towards the constellations and the moon and the planets, as opposed to sun-centric, as we find in tropical astrology. And the deeper that I got into sidereal astrology, I knew that this was the right track. And one of the reasons why is because in the beginning of this book, Filipino Astrology, I do a whole section where I talk about the history of astrology. And that was important to me because what I found out is that what we call the tropical zodiac is only 2,000 years old? This was the 1st century AD, which was popular and it was popularized by Ptolemy. And they give him credit with finding astrology and zodiac and all those things. But in reality, all he did was copy other people. Like he listened to what they did for astrology. He compiled them all together and he put it in an organized chart. And that's really the only reason why we still use that Greek word today, astrology. That's the reason why we also say zodiac, which is another Greek word. And people are following this Greek system because the Greeks were master marketers. But there were systems that predated this system. There were systems that not only predated this system, but were so mathematic and precise that they still work to this day. So one of the reasons why I chose sidereal astrology over tropical astrology is because when Ptolemy was copying other people, what he did was make a snapshot of the sky 2,000 years ago. And the problem with doing a snapshot of the sky, because that's what a birth chart is, that's what your astrologic chart is. The problem with doing a snapshot of the sky 2,000 years ago is that since that time, the precession of the earth has moved a number of degrees. So much that in this day and time, they're talking about adding an extra zodiac sign. So the difference between that and the sidereal astrology is that sidereal astrology accounted for this precession. So when you do your chart in that system, what you will get is the actual snapshot of the sky when you were born, the actual position of the planets and the constellations and stuff right now. So, and then it was so much more detailed. When you all get this book, one of the things that will be in the book, I'll turn to one of the pages. When you get the book, one of the things that will be in the book will be your charts, and the chart looks like this. But the thing about the chart is you cannot just take one box of it and say, oh, I'm a Gemini, and so I'm always a Gemini. No, you have to consider the entire positioning of everything. Where are the planets? What are your contraindications? What are the things that, I think they call them malefics and benefics. You'll see the things that work in your favor and the things that work out of your favor in your chart. So I thought that this was the kind of chart that would be most beneficial to the people. And I look forward to seeing what you think of your books when you get them. Forgive me for how long it's taking, and I'm waiting for the distributor to send me copies of the book so I can send them out to you. You'll get your updates as soon as possible. So salamat. Thank you everybody for tuning in, and I look forward to sharing more about this journey and about how to read your charts. It's all written in the stars.
I'm blowing up like you thought I would. Call a crib, same number, same hood. It's all good. And if you don't know, now you know.